Pick some big ones up to eat them.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I've already had my day, you know. You always want to get that 6 or 7 pounder, but to catch 2 fish at once is too cool. I would have loved to have caught that big one underneath of it.
Yep.
Did you take any Advil or anything?
Yeah, I'm all right. No, that's not what it is. It's all right. It's good.
I didn't do anything on that wood. Yeah, there's a Zara spook way up in those trees on that off. Yeah, it went like a rocket.
Is it one of yours?
Yeah, oh yeah. Last time I was out here, I went to cast it and poink, pop. I just popped and it took off. Happens a lot, but usually you can get them. It happened at me at Belgrove one time before the sun got up. Me and Jack, I said, just head towards where we think it landed. And we got halfway from where it broke off to where we thought it was, and all of a sudden you hear this. And
got it.
And we kept going and looked around, and so we kind of laughed at each other and said, yeah, it's probably what it was. Big old rockfish. There's huge rockfish in Belgrove. Huge. In the fall and the spring, when whatever they do, they're in there like thick. You can't. We're yo-yoing rattle traps and catching them. So that's a really impressive fishery, because you got walleye, you got smallmouth, you got pickerel, you got largemouth, you got rockfish.
Is there a lot of trash?
I mean, from what you would think, there's some trash, laying on a couple of the banks, but no, it's not as bad as you would think. Like I went to a crab feast at whatever that place was called. It used to be Crab Cove, and I don't know, at the time it was called something else. Could have been Malibu's, I think it was called. But I'm standing out there talking to some person, and I said, yeah, there's walleye. And the guy's, bullshit, ain't no walleye in here. I said, Slick, I've been fishing here for years, and bass right underneath of it. Nah, I'm sorry. It was 2 of them swimming. It looked like a big long fish, and it was just 2 bluegill swimming at it. But anyway, I told him, I started talking to him, and right away he realized I knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
And I said, no, Slick, there's 5 and 6 pound walleye in here. And he's like, you're kidding me. And I said, no. It's the headwaters, or Liberty is the headwaters of the Tapscott River. So somehow they probably came. There's a bass right there. Look, right there. Wow, he was cruising right. There he is.
Oh, he's coming after. He'll get it. It's a little one. There you got it.
It ain't a little one. He's not a monster, but he's 2 pounder. That's cool.
Yep.
On camera, baby.
Yep. They're on. Cloud cover, bro, man.
Yeah. All right, dude. All right, buddy. What are you gonna do here? Man, man, he almost got me too. I'm gonna put you in the boat here, bud.
Sure.
I got it. Nope, I got it.
Sure.
Yep. Cool. That's fucking 9. I saw him.
See how fat he is?
Yep.
He's feeding.
Yep.
Yeah, I lost him.
I can't believe it's the bait.
I think it's the timing. Look what's going on. It's getting cloud cover. There's a bass. Cloud cover, and I think the bait's got it going too.